This is the most important pattern in Bitcoin. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about a symmetrical triangle pattern and compare it to a market movement in April of 2023 and show you why I personally believe that a major breakout is coming on Bitcoin in the next week to the next 4 weeks. I believe that we're going to see a major break above $31,000, and that breakout will result in a multi-$1,000 rally up to nearly 33 grand. In today's episode of Climate of Crypto, we're talking about the next steps for Bitcoin, so without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Bitcoin's been on a massive rally. Ever since the announcement that BlackRock was going to be proposing a Bitcoin ETF right around here, Bitcoin has gone through a massive rally. To date, Bitcoin has moved $6,700, 27%, and that rally occurred in only 8 days. That rally also managed to create a new local high above our previous local high that we set on Friday, April the 14th, earlier this year at $31,000. Our current local high, as set on June 23rd, is at $31,500. But the exciting news about this rally is not just that it happened, but also that I think it may be about to continue, and here's why. You see, this is the third major rally that we have seen so far this year. Our first rally began in the waning days of 2022, and Bitcoin would rally $8,900, 55% over the course of 53 days. The second major rally of 2023 began on March 11th and rallied all the way until April 15th, where Bitcoin would rally $11,500, nearly 60%, and it took 35 days. This rally so far has only resulted in a $6,300 movement, 25%, and it's only lasted 9 days. As you can see, compared to the other two rallies that we've seen in Bitcoin this year, this rally has potentially only just started. And to keep in mind the fact that this rally has BlackRock's ETF announcement behind it. Other videos have gone up on the channel relatively recently talking about BlackRock's ETF application. It's a very big news story. Go watch those if you have not already. But the fact of the matter is that is one of the most bullish events that has ever happened to Bitcoin, because the likelihood of BlackRock getting their ETF denied is extremely low, about 0.2%. Whenever the bulls go on a run, it takes them time to get exhausted. During this first rally, it took the bulls nearly $9,000 in appreciation in 50 days to become exasperated. During the next run, the bulls managed to rally over $11,000, and it took them 34 days to become exasperated. This rally seems to be following that same trajectory, and we're actually already seeing early warning signs of that down on the hourly chart. You see, we only hit $31,000 one time back in April. However, this time we've already touched that level 3 times. With Bitcoin coming back up to the same level of resistance that was so important during the last rally cycle in March and April, testing it 3 times and having only spent half as much energy as it did to get to this same level before indicates that several thousand more dollars of price appreciation are likely in Bitcoin, but not just because of what we've talked about here so far, also because of this chart. This is the Bitcoin market dominance, and as you can see, we have seen a major rally on Bitcoin's market dominance ever since the collapse of FTX in November of last year at around 38%, rallying all the way to 50%. And in just the last few weeks, ever since the SEC's attack on crypto, Bitcoin's market dominance has rallied almost 5%. Bitcoin's market dominance tends to go through massive rallies at the beginning of bull markets, and this seems to be no different. Bitcoin is hoovering up a lot of institutional investment from investors that are very interested in BlackRock's decision to go in on a Bitcoin ETF, that they would not want to get denied lest they mess up their track record. But Bitcoin is also gaining quite a lot of market capitalization from people selling other cryptocurrency assets, going into what they deem as the safest asset in crypto, that being Bitcoin. So is Bitcoin about to go through a major rally? I think so, but let's talk about where that may go. Looking at our chart, there are 2 very important things that should happen during this rally. First and foremost, Bitcoin should hit $32,935, and second most, Bitcoin should hold $28,545, and I'll show you why. $32,935 represents the bottom of the first leg of correction at the beginning of the bear market. We hit that level on January 24th of last year, and it's become a very important ceiling to the Bitcoin price ever since. $28,545 was the absolute low that we set during our major correction in May and June of 2021, and has also become a ceiling to the price of Bitcoin. If you'll remember, during this previous rally, we discussed how 25,236 all the way up to 28,545 was the transitionary zone that Bitcoin needed to break through to go into the bull market. Well, now with Bitcoin being up above 28,545, it seems to me that Bitcoin has actually entered into the transitionary phase of the bull market, into the pre-halving phase of the bull market. And now to really get into proper bull market territory, Bitcoin needs to go through another transitionary zone, this time between 28,545 and 32,935, as denoted by those previous lows. So at this point, the question becomes, can can Bitcoin get to 32,935? And more importantly, can Bitcoin actually rally beyond that? I believe so. You see, considering the Bitcoin market dominance, considering BlackRock's entry into the space, and considering that Bitcoin is a lot more fresh out of this rally than it was the last time that we were sitting at 31,000, namely because we began from a much higher starting place. In fact, we began from over $5,000 higher than where we started the last rally. It makes sense that Bitcoin could rally another $3,000 to $5,000 higher than where it did last time. During this last rally, we rallied to $31,500. At this point, I believe it would be very possible and probable that Bitcoin would rally to between 33 and 35 grand. If Bitcoin did use this symmetrical triangle pattern here on the hourly chart with a bull flag starting from back here when we first broke this downtrend, then that could potentially send Bitcoin as high as $35,000. My price prediction for this leg of the bull market is very simple. I believe that Bitcoin will be hitting between $32,935 to $35,000 within the next 6 weeks. I'm not confident that's going to happen tomorrow or the next day or the next day, although it may, very well could. It could take a month, however. And if it does, that's not the end of the world. What I want you to keep in mind is that Bitcoin trading sideways is a form of consolidation. If you're running on the treadmill and you're running at 15 miles an hour, you might not have to stop to get some rest. You might be able to go down to a brisk jog at 6 miles an hour to catch some of your wind back, and then you can go back to running at full speed. And that may be what the bulls are doing right now. They're slowing down, taking a breather, not stopping, but they're slowing down to a lower intensity so they can gain their strength back and continue on the next leg of their run up to where I believe would be between $33,000 and $35,000. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that post notification bell so you won't miss a single episode of The Climate of Crypto. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.